What's up everyone, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the unboxing and a quick hands-on review of the Tecno Camon iClick 2. Now this is the box, and on the front we have a quick preview of how the phone looks with this fancy cool wallpaper. You know where the wallpaper is from. At the bottom it says Camon iClick 2. By the way, I have also unboxed the Camon iClick. My brother has been using that phone for about 3 months and he simply loves it for the responsiveness and the cameras. So I have pretty high expectations for this phone as it also comes with the same Click series. So it should be better with a better display and probably with better cameras. Now on the top right corner of the box it says Tecno's 111 promise. That's one-time free screen replacement, 100-day replacement, and you also get 13 months, that's 1 month extra of warranty. So that's the Tecno's 111 warranty, and this is the only brand out there that's offering something like this in the Indian market. Now on the right side we have the phone's name once again, that's Camon iClick 2. On the left side we have some specifications which we'll look in a minute. On the back we have the regular IMEI numbers and so on. So without any further ado, let's just get on with the unboxing. Now on the box this phone is priced at 15,000 rupees, but this phone is being sold around 13,500 rupees. It is a retail only phone, but recently I've even seen it on Amazon. Now this phone is sold only in one variant with 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage in the retail stores, and it is priced at 13,500 rupees. It's available in 3 colors, aqua blue, midnight black, and the blue gradient. We have the aqua blue color with us right now. So guys, on the top we have the phone itself, so let me just put that aside for now. Following that we have some stickers, just one sticker. Below that we have a free transparent silicone case, which I really appreciate. I think every brand should offer at least a free case inside the box. Anyway, going on, next we have some documentation. Next we have a card that says 1 month of extra warranty. This might be the warranty card. Next we have the SIM card ejector, micro USB charging cable. Following that is a 10 watts power adapter from Tecno once again. And finally we have the old style earphones. Now these are all the contents of the box. Now let's get back to the phone. So guys, this is how the phone looks on the front. It does come with a free screen guard pre-applied, which I really appreciate. Now on the back there's a huge sticker with IMEI numbers, button placements, and a quick preview of how the SIM card tray looks like. So let me just peel that off. And this is how the phone looks. Now like always, let's have a quick physical overview and then check out the specs. Now on the back this phone is a fiberglass with a super glossy finish, and underneath that glass there is a super reflective film which gives out a pretty cool effect. Even the sides are curved to make the phone much more easy to hold. Now on the top left corner it has a dual camera setup with a 13 megapixel primary camera followed by a 5 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing. Following that is the Camon branding, and besides that we have the Fingerprint Scanner, and at the bottom it is a Tecno branding. Now on the front it has a pretty huge 6.2-inch display with HD+ resolution, a notch design, and 19:9 aspect ratio. It has 269 ppi and 500 nits of brightness, so sunlight legibility shouldn't be a problem. Now inside the notch we have the 24 megapixel front facing camera with earpiece, sensors, and a dedicated front facing flash. By the way, on the back it has a quad LED flash, which I forgot to mention earlier. Now below the display it's completely plain, but I wish the bezel was slightly smaller. On the right side it has the power and volume buttons made of metal, and they have a nice clicky feel to it. On the left side it has a SIM card tray that can house 2 nano SIM slots along with a dedicated SD card slot. At the top it is completely plain. Now at the bottom on the left side it has a mono speaker followed by a micro USB charging port, primary microphone, and a 3.5mm audio jack. Now coming to the rest of the specifications, under the hood this phone sports a MediaTek Helio P22 processor with 8 Cortex A53 cores clocked at a maximum frequency of 2 GHz with PowerVR GE8320 GPU. It also has 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage with a 3750 mAh battery. It is running a custom skin version of Android called iOS based on Android 8.1 Oreo. Now this is the free case that we get inside the box, so let me just apply it or put it on and see how good it is. So it snaps pretty quickly and it fits pretty comfortably without any issues. Now just like the recent trend, it comes with these flaps for the charging port and the audio jack. So it's not water resistant, but it does help a little. Now this case has a raised lip for the display and even the camera module on the back. So it can protect the camera module and the display from getting scratched easily. Now with that said, if you are concerned about drops and you need drop protection, you have to invest some money and get a better case. So guys, those were all the specifications and the quick physical overview. Now let me turn on the phone and see what we get right out of the box. So it does have Face ID. registered it pretty quickly. Now it's probably time for fingerprint scanner. We do get a nice haptic feedback while registering the fingerprint, so that's a good thing. But the haptic feedback or the vibration motor on this phone isn't that impressive. I'll probably not use it. And we are done. So this phone is running a custom skin version of Android called iOS, and based on my usage of previous Tecno phones and especially the Camon iClick, this operating system or the skin is very well optimized. Phone feels pretty responsive. Now this is your default home screen, and you can go to the left side for these widgets or some kind of an assistant. Now just from initial impressions, it looks like there is no app drawer, but this button here is actually for the app drawer. Now these are all the apps that come pre-installed, and I couldn't see any bloatware. Like there are few applications that come pre-installed like WhatsApp or Facebook. You might or might not use them, but that's it. There aren't many useless applications. Now let's check the free RAM. So guys, out of that 4 GB of RAM, you get about 2.5 GB of free RAM right out of the box, and out of that 64 GB of storage, you get about 55 GB of space for your user apps and user data, which is pretty good. Now this is the about page, and this one is running Android version 8.1.0. That's pretty good, pretty latest one, and it has the August security patch. By the way guys, Tecno, this brand does provide regular software updates. As I've said, my brother has been using this phone for about 3 months, and he has been getting regular security updates. Even if there are any bugs with the current update, fixes for that are also coming pretty quickly. So when it comes to updates, you really don't have to worry about that, at least with this brand. By the way, Tecno is not a new brand. It has been in India for a very long time, and the company that holds Tecno or owns Tecno also owns Infinix and sells phones exclusively online on Flipkart. So it is definitely a very well established company. Now this is a camera interface for the rear camera. It has auto HDR, so that's a pretty great thing. By the way, as I've said, cameras on the previous phone were pretty good, pretty impressive, especially for the price. So I'm really having pretty good expectations with this phone as well. Now on the left side, we have the video mode, but we can only record video at a maximum of 1080p. There's no 4K. Next, it has the beauty mode, followed by the bokeh mode, which is for portrait shots using the rear camera, panorama, and super pixel. Now this is the interface for the front-facing camera, and from initial impressions, quality looks pretty good, especially the sharpness, details, levels are pretty good. Now once again, even for the front-facing camera, it has auto HDR, so that's a pretty good thing. Now this is the interface for the front-facing video. Once again, we can record video in 1080p. Next, we have the beauty mode, bokeh mode, that's for portrait selfies. And finally, we have the panorama, which Samsung calls a wider selfie. Now that's the camera interface. Now these are some sample pictures taken using the front and rear cameras. What do you think about these camera shots? Let me know by commenting below this video. Now I'll test the fingerprint scanner. I've already set it up, so there you go. Fingerprint scanner is pretty fast. I still can't say it is the best in the market, but it is like the second best, probably close to the first best phones out there. Just for a quick reference, phones like Oppo F7, Oppo F9 Pro, even the Vivo V9, OnePlus 6, Poco F1 have insanely fast fingerprint scanners, and this fingerprint scanner is pretty close. Like, it is not as fast as those phones, but it is very close, second best in my list. Now with all fingerprint scanners out there, I just wish there was some kind of haptic feedback if I use the correct fingerprint or the wrong fingerprint. On this phone, if you use the correct fingerprint, it will unlock the phone immediately, and if you use the wrong fingerprint, you get a haptic feedback. So that is kind of okay, but I still wish there was some kind of haptic feedback every time it recognizes my fingerprint. So that's like a never-ending dream. Anyway, now let's check the face unlock feature. So I've registered it without my glasses on, and this is a quick test. So face unlock is working pretty fast, surprisingly fast for this phone. It is definitely not as fast as Oppo F7, Vivo V9, or even the OnePlus 6. It's not in those leagues, but once again, it is like the second or third best thing that I've seen. It is definitely pretty usable and definitely better than the Samsung phones. By the way, this is what the camera sees. Now I'll be closing my eyes and see if it'll work. So it is working even with closed eyes. Now I'll be putting on my glasses and see if it'll work. Now even with my glasses on, it is pretty fast. I won't say it is insanely fast, but sufficiently fast. Now let me turn off all the lights in the room and see if it will work or not. Now once again I have removed my glasses. It's not working. But on this phone we have this button over here. Once you click it, it will turn on the front facing flash, illuminate the subject, that's you, and then unlock it using your facial data. So that's a nice workaround, but I wish it could automatically turn on the flash as well. So without the flash, it's not unlocking the phone in complete darkness, but with the flash on, it is once again unlocking the phone pretty quickly. So guys, face unlock on this phone is working without any issues. In well-lit conditions, it is pretty fast and pretty usable, but in complete darkness, you have to turn on the front-facing flash. That's not a big deal, but I wish it could work without the flash on. That might improve with a future update. Now let's test the speaker loudness. Let me just connect to the Wi-Fi for now. So guys, speaker on this phone is sufficiently loud for media consumption, ringtones, playing games, and alarms as well. But usually after updating the YouTube application, that will work. So just update YouTube and other Google applications and you will get the latest security features and new features as well. Now before I conclude, these are the Antutu scores. So guys, this is the new Tecno Camon iClick 2. Now, when compared to online exclusive phones like Redmi Note 5 Pro or the Nokia 6.1 Plus, this definitely falls short in terms of performance, display resolution, and so on. But for a retail phone, it's actually pretty good, considering all the features it offers, like the one-time free screen replacement, 100-day replacement, 1 month extra warranty, and as I've said, my brother has been using this phone for 3 months or more, and he has been getting regular security updates, and the cameras are also looking quite promising. So if you're planning to buy a phone in the retail store, then you can definitely consider this phone at this price segment. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you're planning to buy this phone, there's a link for that in the description. Check that out. And if you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with the hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and I'll try to make it as soon as possible. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.